You're supposed to do this type of stuff before you go live, before you hit the button and say we're live. My family. It's time to drop some cards. The card days seem to be, forgot to light me incense. The card days seem to be so much less intense. So yesterday, I will not apologize about, but what I will say is I was sitting with the card reading of the day, and I was sitting with everything that took place yesterday and what we were talking about and the intensity of it all. And I just wanted to let everybody know that I look to share my philosophy with the philosophy of others. And Philo, Katie, Philo being filled with love, and comes from love in Greek, pre-Latin, when Pig Latin was invented, this fake language. The more research I do on the words, the more I see that Latin isn't real. But anyways, Philo being filled with love, and Sophia, wisdom, divine wisdom. Oof. So being filled with the love of divine wisdom, it's all about us conversing in this reality, or the lack thereof. But as we converse, have these conversations. Sorry, this is making me burp. Sorry that I'm not sorry. As we have these conversations, my family, it's about how we have the conversations. And it's not about everybody agreeing with whoever's making the video. It's not about everybody kind of being thrashed into agreeing with religion or this aspect of society or this belief structure that everybody else is being led towards, much like sheep. I just was excited to not be excited, but be excited about yesterday's video. And I wanted to just share with everybody, how's the best way to say this? The way that the energy comes into this reality, we can utilize that energy from the present moment, whether it's from archetypal functionalities or geometric patterns or colors or sounds. All of these archetypal functionalities are connected. And to allow the energy that is coming into the reality, instead of blocking the energy, which will be received one way or another. It's like these subtle energies come in almost like a fog or like a rolling thunder or a cloud cover. And when these energies come in and come over us, all of the unconscious people and all of us receive these energies the same. But once we're utilizing through a different geometric structure or a different archetypal functionality, a larger auric field, that auric field can be played much like a musical instrument, because there will be, so in the Taurus, there will be, as the energy comes in, so say the energy comes in from this direction, the energy comes in and boom, it's going to play this bigger field. So like we all have our auric field. I'm trying to say something very complex right now. All right. So the energy comes in and it hits everybody's immediate. How do I not go on a tangent, my family? That's the real question. The energy comes in and it rolls over and through the smaller auric field, the smaller torsion field. But each geometric pattern, archetypal functionality has a different geometric pattern. And some people are seeing this as an angelic. Some people are seeing this as another dimensional version. And each one of these fields gets larger. And when those same said energies come in, they're basically touching different size auric fields, different size toruses. And these toruses are able to have these energies be affected in an easier way. I need like a full weekend. What a terrible word. I need days to be able to explain this stuff to the people that, whether or not you can see, I don't even know where I was going with that. I just wanted to explain to everybody that, oh, the dance. Okay, yes. So when these energies come in, there's a way that as these energies that are coming in, we don't jump in their way and stop them, because they will go boom, they will slam right through the body. This is almost aggressive. But there's a way that we can move our body slightly in the way of the energy. And this is the dance. And it's those bigger fields and more complex geometries that have a better opportunity of doing this. Okay. And this is what you see when you see somebody doing energy manipulation, or you see somebody doing qigong or tai chi. This is what they know, is this dance. And this is in the Hindu practice, and this is in the Tao, this is in the ancient Chinese practice. And something shifted with that dance very recently. And there is a bigger body that has shifted the perception of reality for many and for all. But being able to see what's truly taking place on the other side and seeing why this is happening. I talked about this in the daily readings, or in the readings a while ago, that there was a different geometric pattern being activated within the self. And the geometric pattern that was activated is something that can be seen. It cannot be drawn or explained. It's something above physical. And this geometric pattern is, the closest thing I can call it is, it's a star. And that star is the center of a counter-rotating field, which is like two reversed tornadoes. That's the best way I can explain this. But as that energy is coming through our fields, this is what is shifting the reality. What is tangible about this? Why is he even explaining this? I'm explaining why the reality is shifting, and I'm explaining that through my view, instead of getting in the way of the energy, saying, this is what I want to create this. There's a way that as the energy is coming in, I can grab on to her and dance with her and move with her, not lead the dance. Let the energy that's coming in lead me, and then I can lead it. And this is what qigong is, and this is why they're moving so slow, and they're going Can it be heard like in a sound? No, not really. I mean, unless if you can hear on 13D. If you can hear in 13th density, then yes. I'm explaining what I'm explaining to you from my eyes on, my other eyes are on, and I feel everything. So to truly ask if it's making a sound, you need to speak to somebody that has their ears on. Their throat chakra is their primary sense of perception of multidimensional reality. So anybody in the chat, does it make a sound, that knows what I'm talking about? Wow, that was a tangent. I wanted to tell you that there's a dance that you can dance that many have been dancing and not knowing that they're dancing this dance. And there's a dance that when you dance this dance, you can have an easier go at this reality. And it's much like drugs that are absolutely legal. Okay? So, because what was being talked about yesterday was our addiction to all of these things. All these things. Johnny says it's called the safety dance. Yes, they were talking about this in the 80s. So I'm going to sip some coffee. I'm obviously going to have to talk about this again. I wanted to talk to the people that know what their brother is saying. And I know you all know what I'm saying. I'm not insulting anyone's intelligence by saying that. I wanted to talk to the people that know in more places than less what I was just saying, so you can further gain control over this reality. And knowing that part of controlling the reality is allowing the reality and working with the way that the reality flows in and through us. And pop up the other camera. If they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine, Catherine. Yeah, that's true. If they don't dance, what are they doing? Holding up the wall? Stop holding up the wall. Get out there and dance. But they killed me for dancing, Alexander. Yeah, they probably did. It was a real thing. Because of reasons like this. It's 111. It's 111. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to pop up the other camera. We'll go more into movement of energy, energetic movement of energy. I don't want to say energy manipulation, because it's not energy manipulation. If you're truly moving with the energy, you watch the wave come in. And as the wave's coming in, you move with the wave. You true energy manipulation is as the wave comes in, like I said, you slightly get in its way. You have the energy stay slightly longer than the energy would have stayed, okay, by getting in its way. Because if you fully try to get in its way, it's just going to go right through you. And this wouldn't be harmful. Whatever. You either know what I'm talking about or you don't. And if you don't, you do. So just let it sit, and it will come to you as your own idea at a later date. Okay? Bring me in high love. Boop, 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 boop. I am very displeased that this camera is not showing that my pink kimono is pink. My pink kimono looks very white on camera. This camera is not doing justice to this linen, to this Belgium linen. All right, let me move that out of the way. It's not Belgium linen. I'm going to go into more detail about the dance later. Oh, no, did I? Oh, no, it doesn't ruin it. Okay. It's not shaking the good camera intro. With pure desire. 1313, Aries. Oof. Is that the type of Aries we're getting into? All that Magdalene energy? See, where's that pink with the flowers? Hidden flowers. So Asian today. Why is he so Asian today? What's your favorite dance, Alexander? Like an actual dance? I would say the 12-step waltz, because if you put paint on the bottom of your feet and did the 12-step waltz, you would draw beautiful sacred geometry on the ground. But you already knew that. I'm sorry you didn't. All right, so now 1313 was a lie, because we're just talking about whatever. And I don't know how to do that dance. I just know that by visualizing certain dances from the top, this is how we access certain geometric patterns. Because if there was paint on the bottom of your feet, this is when you are drawing certain sigils on the ground. Make sense? As above, so below, cause and effect. Yes, the truffle shuffle, Corey. That is the actual dance. It's just Chunk from the Goonies. You know what, Corey? Just for you, that's going to be one of the intros to one of the shorts. It's just going to be Chunk for no reason. And it's going to be called For Corey. We're going to put For Corey in the hashtags, whatever the heck you call them. And everyone will say, like, what is this? Except for everybody that's here right now. You'll all know why we're watching the Travel Show. And it's for Corey. Hashtag do it for Corey. I love you all. Have I told you that today? The energy from these, I'm going to be losing some people today because 6 people just left. The energies of this recent energetic transit of solar flares, when you have a day like, oh, I'm going to go live today, you might get different versions of Alexander. Like, so yesterday's version versus today, it's almost just like, I have 0 foxes to give. I will tell you that. If anyone doesn't like it, they can have a seat. And if they really don't like it, they can have numerous seats and they can line them up and they can lay down on them. Ariel! You went up to the surface again, didn't you, Ariel? Keep singing. Sorry that I'm not sorry. This reality seems better without the trident. I don't think we ever needed it. Came into my life. Nice. Wilderness Michael says, I don't like the spell readings. Just pick the number then, bro. Or pick the color. Maybe I'll add more stuff. Aries. April. Happy birthday, Aries. Quantum reading for everybody born in the Zodiac sign. Jen! You made it for the live. Baby, it's magic. I did. Okay. Aries. Oh, good. Good. Oh, the inner child. Oh, God. Cardgasm. Sorry. I don't ever. Oh my God. Woo! Aries. Wow. Wow. I don't know. That's kind of like off the shot. We got a boom in the shot. We got an ace over an ace. What is the ace in the hole? Aries. Jésus. I like it. Like, everything is choking me. Why do so many clothes? Hi. All right, so the Hierophant's down on the side. Death. The death is not an actual physical death. Obviously, we're sitting here watching this, and this is the card of right now. So this is saying that something has shifted. Something major has ended. And what is many things. Many things have shifted. We're seeing spiritually. We're seeing all these different cups. And we want to look as the reader. Which cup? Let's grab that a little bit closer. Which cup is lighting up as we look at this? And when I look at this, there's about 5 of these cups are lit up out of the 7. So this card can be slightly chaotic if we don't know what it is actually telling us. But for me, this is telling me multiple things have shifted from the old way. This is like the old priest. This is down. So there are belief structures within the self that came from dogmas and religions that Aries knows not to be true. All of us know not to be true anymore. And that has shifted to release the inner child. And this has happened. So it shows it happening in the past. It shows taking the high ground in the past. Is this the Pluto thing? This is 323? This is 323. Excellent. So this is what took place on 323 when Pluto switched signs, because Pluto's in Aquarius now. We're heading towards victory. Okay. So the fighting. Okay. So, this is a good topic. This has been coming up a lot in my family. So this goes for more than just Aries. But I will say this: when you are the most powerful one in your family, you are the one that came here responsible to clear the bloodline, to clear the DNA, to clear the karma for the family. So Aries, this is showing that your energy is so high and so loving this month that you might trigger some family members, or you might, even if it's not that happy, as I'm saying, maybe that's how it's being perceived as a Leo. But you're going to be triggering, you might be triggering. This is why we talk about this stuff, so we can kind of navigate the cloud. All right, so there's a cloud coming, and the cloud is a very awesome cloud. It's not a bad cloud. It's a cloud of victory. Family members are going to know that what you're doing is handling and healing past lifetimes, clearing their blood. As you clear your blood, you're clearing their blood. The blood is magnetic. That's, this planet is magnetic. It's all magnetic. This is why your brother loves working with magnetics. Something's being balanced from a past lifetime within these people. When they shift for the better, they might be triggered by your existence as a whole, because you're the one who is the catalyst for shifting them. Okay. Not that they wouldn't be shifting anyways if you weren't around, but you're shifting them much faster. Okay. So as you shift them much faster, okay, how did that part of the subject lose 10 people? Like, that's how ascension works. Anyways, moving on. You want to continue to celebrate. I hate that word. You want to continue to party and be in a happy, loving, flowing, tremendous state. And it says hopes and fears. Hope to have all the elements on the table. You can't fear all the elements on the table. I hope you're not. To have this card under hopes and fears, I definitely would like to talk about that. Because this being here is to hope you have all the elements on the table. I can promise you that you do. To fear all of the elements on the table, that leads to more of this. That leads to more learning. And I know this isn't that. So reaping what you sow, balancing, standing still with the energy. So why are we standing still with the energy? Because this newfound inner child freedom, this newfound flow, can be very intense. It can be almost dizzying at times. But just know that body, mind, spirit, being the immovable object of love, you know this to be the truth. You've known this to be the truth. To have this over these three, gold star for the day, Aries. I know I've never given out your reading is winning. Your reading is winning. Why is everybody saying bye? Carol, bye. I'm like, why is everyone saying bye, Carol? Say hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. So anyways, the truth setting you free about the mind, body, spirit, the immovable object of love. Having this energy comes from the inner child. It's the inner child working with the masculine, working with the feminine, and all of these forms have distortions, okay? All of these forms have a light and a night. They all have poles. But this, what has come in from the inner child for you on this solar return for you, Aries, is very, very powerful. I'm very excited about this, and just more flowing grace towards this situation with family. Could be some friends, could be a lover, anybody connected to your bloodline or your archetypal frequency might be triggered by greatness. The weeding is rinning, just in case you're wondering. This weeding is rinning. Okay. I mean, that was like a huge success for humanity in itself, just this Aries reading. Okay. $24.42. Taurus. April 2023 Taurus reading. Okay. All right. First quantum. Yes, I do make it look easy, and I do make it look good. Yes, I do, song. There you go. Jim! Hold up. Moving forward while looking backwards. You got off easy, Taurus. You got off easy. Choice. Taurus. What did I tell you about this, Taurus? What did I tell all of you about this? Oh, look at the way that the cards just paint such a beautiful picture. Look at this. What would you look at that? You feel that body? Oh, Taurus. Yes. A Taurus tourist. I'm a Taurus tourist. Nobody gets the bunnies. I get the bunnies. After this, Jen, I'm going to do a reading off camera that's just for me with the bunnies. That's what gets the bunnies today. Me. I win. New beginning. I'm sorry. I forgot to drop the dice. All right. I'm on Taurus. Moving forward while looking back. Moving forward on looking back at a lover's card that's down on its side. Something's coming up with a love situation during this month. Something's coming up on a prior love situation or the love situation that you're currently in. And it is something's got you feeling stuck, Taurus. There's a new choice to be made. And you want to be grateful for the person that is in your reality that is coming up in this way, or who is no longer in your reality coming up in this way, because this got you in touch with your priestess essence. This got you in touch with this essence of the Oracle of Delphi. So whoever this person is that is or was representing this significant other in love, that seems to be a trap, that seems to be a trap, that seems to be a source of sadness. They are truly the source of strength, and you should be grateful for this person, not crying over spilled milk. This person basically, through trauma, introed you into a higher state of embodiment. Huzzah! Let me just give me a second. I've been looking for a word to replace integrate. What a good word. M inside body, the body, all these different bodies, the 7 different bodies, there's more than 7. Mental. Oh. Give Alexander a round of applause, please. Okay. For paying attention. Everybody gets a round of applause for paying attention. This is for you at home, for paying attention. Thank you so much for paying attention to the magical spell that you're casting in every present moment. Anyways, being grateful for this person, this gets you in touch with the inner child. So basically, there's this wave that's hitting Aries, and then the rest of the wave will be coming over you, Taurus. Something that shifted your reality for the better, because this was over here. Okay, now this is over here. Ariel wants to know what the 7 bodies are. Oh, I mean, the physical, the mental, the etheric, the astral. I mean, there's more than 7. That's what I was talking about earlier. How it can have a geometric pattern, or it can actually show up as an animus of an angel. Or this is a video topic for another day. Ariel, remind me of that later. Okay, so processing at night. This whole thing is about this love situation. Okay. Take the do or get off the pot, Taurus. That's what I'm going to tell you. You can't just sit because this happens. I don't like this card. Feeling trapped, feeling stuck, either with these emotions, feeling trapped or feeling stuck with this person. This person shifted things for the better. You should be grateful for them. And I know that might upset you towards Alexander, and maybe it makes you want to leave, but we see it over here again, okay? The tower comes down. The phoenix is what rises from the ashes. We see this card that represents soul retrieval, and this level of soul retrieval that you've been doing on yourself by existing. Thank you for being here. Gets you in touch with the moon. It's the moon that is connected to the high priestess, the cosmic card. So the cosmic card and the card of conclusion, we've got today being the day of the fool, 0 card, the number 1 card, the cloud cover, the number 2 card, the cosmic card, which is connected to this, what is this, number 18? Again, 18, we've got the 19, love that card, love that number. The moon right here. So this has gotten you in touch with this inner child force. Your whole reading is absorbed and obsessed with this topic of being grateful for something that you're looking at with a distorted lens. So this is what's great about doing these readings is now it's April 1st. And instead of having to figure this out 30 days from now, your brother's here to tell you, don't do that. He's a magic man. Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Is this Gemini? Where's all the Geminis at? I know you're here. Is it Gemini? It is Gemini. You'll always be the gem in my eye. I don't care what those other signs say about you. They can't handle it. They can't handle it, Gemini. 32-28. You know what? Whatever, man. Okay, here we go. Katie, you're still here. I feel like you always. Sometimes you used to. You've been staying, actually. You used to come back, keep poking and be like, did he do Scorpio yet? Over there with his face? Gemini, April 1st, quantum. However do you want me? It doesn't really matter. It's Saturday. Gemini. I say you can feel it. You can feel it, Gemini. Expect a good one, Gemini. It's going to be a good card over it. Welcome, darkness, my old friend. Sorry, I can't. Wasn't planning on playing the drum, but I guess I have to. More like the bagpipes, Gemini. What the? No. Wait. Hold on. Which twin is in charge of Bo? Oh my God. Spin the wheel. Winner every time. Winner. Except for the times it's not a winner, Jen. I'm sorry, Bo. I freaking love you, dude. This is good. He says grr. Dude, I love you, bro. He just goes grr. I'm gonna give you a big hug and a headbutt when I see you for your dragon. Okay. Jen, don't get me in trouble. Why do you write stuff like that when you know that I'm like barely in my body today? I got your package, Bo, in case you're wondering. I got it. All right. Anyways. All right. Look through the window of love, this new beginning on the journey, having the high ground. Second time that appeared here today. Oh, God. This is exactly why I wanted to talk about this. And I did talk about this in the intro, and I know it was very complicated. The dance, the drive forward, attaining this level of magic, which it looks like something major, because this already has shifted. Something major should be shifting this month, Gemini. It's if you're able and capable of doing the dance and attaining what is right here. What is right here? Because this card represents some sadness. This represents indecision. This is just probably one of my least favorite intros into a reading I've ever seen. You know, it made him sing Simon and Garfunkel. Okay, so it's good. There's something good, very good coming from this, which is already here. It doesn't need to take this much time. Standing still with this angelic, magical mastery from the phoenix rising from the ashes. The reading is very, 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 very good. But your brother is being asked to let you know that something is there that you might be thinking isn't there. You might be running an old belief structure. You might be running an old thought structure that's stating that this is the way that this is. Every time I get to this, this happens. Every April, whatever, this flower, it comes out of the garden. Maybe that's not true anymore. Okay? So, all right. So how are others viewing you? Others are viewing you as the Empress right now, which is an epic way to be seen. So, but then once again, we're going to have both polarities of the Empress. We're going to have both polarities here. So how are you seeing this? This is, you're birthing something, is the way that I'm seeing this. You're creating something. But when you're creating something, there are going to be days where you want to flow with the energy as it is, not second guess yourself, not do this whole back and forth of, am I doing this or am I not doing this? How do I do this? How do I make the next step? Manifesting the completion of this as a whole, and the completion of this, which is necessary, and where the money comes from. If there's money that's being waited for, if there's abundance that's necessary to come from this, there's some research that needs to be done on the computer. But either way, these having two aces in the cosmic row with moving forward with love, move forward with love, love yourself. Usually when we move forward with love, one of the more difficult things to do, you know, just because of this whole martyr vibration that most of this planet is in. And I definitely can see that Gemini goes in from time to time. It can be almost destructive in nature, self-destructive, mentally destructive. Moving forward, love and loving yourself. So knowing whatever you need. I loved that my brother said he was taking a rest day today. Like rest, like knowing when you can rest. That's a level of self-love. Knowing when you need to go to the gym, knowing when you need to skip the gym, knowing when you need to tell somebody, I'm going here and then I'll come back, I'll take you later, or I need me time. That is a boundary that a lot of self-love and mastery comes from. There we go. Nice. Can I help you? Where are you? Who's pulling on me? What? 1 second. Okay. Some mastery might come from actually quiet time too, Gemini. That might be something that you're sitting with. Getting in touch with your own speech or the lack thereof. Knowing when to and allow that motor to build an energy. If you're going to take a day or a certain thing that you're going to do, almost winding it up like a drum, revving the motor before sometimes revving the motor can be done by not running the motor, if that makes sense. All right. Cancer. Yay. Cancer. 4024. Ooh, 4024. I like that. I like that number. Let's go, Liam. Let's go win this, bro. Cancer, April 2023. Quantum. Everybody born at the zodiac sign of Cancer. What a feeling. Okay. Doing the sidestep shuffler. That's the crab walk, brother. Oh. Okay. Oh, good stuff. Okay. So the new things up here in the cosmic, the new thing that's coming in now. So much mastery. You've been going through so much mastery. I love this. You have the high ground, you're celebrating. Like it's like Cancer's like, yeah, I'm on this high. About halfway through the month, like this is what happens. This is what I keep explaining to people. I kept asking this question, how do I deal with this in my reality? And this is what why I keep bringing up this whole thought structure, this archetypal way of looking at the reality as pulling the energy up the roots. Okay. Pulling the energy up the roots from the underworld, from under the ground, pulling up the shadow that I embody. Yes. Pulling up the shadow that I embody and turning this into the fruit of knowledge. Okay. So it looks like there's some nutrients coming in. There's some new magic, Cancer. I love this. There's some new magic coming in. You've done all this, but when that new magic comes in, it's unknown. And that unknown, there can be something where there's a puzzle for you to do. I give you the new puzzle. Spirit gives you the new puzzle. Original creator of your soul, yourself, gives you the new puzzle. And you have to do the Rubik's Cube. Okay? We have to put all the colors where the colors go. And this is a process that needs to happen with multiple bodies in multiple places. And it can feel like, well, why is this happening now? Look at whatever the heck is happening. It's very, very good. It's a new beginning. You've embodied this. God, my mouth wants to say this I word so much. You've embodied this, and now you're moving forward, looking at the past from the state of love. Okay, looking at the past is how did it work out last time? Yellow skies, happy. Others are seeing you happy. Ride that wave, my family. Show this is an offering. Your offering, Cancer, to your reality is showing people that even though you're going through something, even though something new is coming up, something unknown is happening, and that used to put us in a more easily put us into a state of fear, you're just like riding this. And they're like, how are you doing this? Liam, how you do that? What are those, Liam? That's what they'll tell you. Okay. What are those shoes? And you're like, you want to walk a mile in them? They're a little big. They're big shoes, but I had them. I had everybody, and then I lost a few people. Okay, let's be real. All right. I'll do it right here. Hold on. Naughty Alexander. Okay. Naughty Alexander, how dare you have fun? Okay, so good stuff. Your other dimensional versions are letting you know, you magical water sign that exists between the heavens and the earth. Okay, this is good. This is good. Listen to spirit. Listen to spirit. I will talk to spirit for you, and I will let you know that spirit wants you to know that the new beginning that's coming in is not a trap. Okay. I need to record that. I need an Admiral Akbar Archer trap that I can add in whenever I see fit in the shorts. It's been decided. Admiral Akbar. Okay. I'll take you there. Alexander, why do you listen to Madonna? Why do you have this on here? Is it because you had 2 older sisters and a bunch of female younger cousins? Is what like why is that on? Like for real? Like your masculine is judging your feminine, and your inner child is like, I don't know what to do, but it's about to go down. I thought she was Illuminati. He's losing some people. Someone actually wrote on Patreon when they left that he dances and isn't serious enough. You can go away. You won't be missed. Must be sad. You must be really sad to write that on the interwebs. I love you still. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to punish him by leaving. That's what I do. Leo, we made it. The second fire sign. The crossing. All right. 47. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it a little bit after there. I'm going to put 47. We'll put it now, 47:22. So nobody knows that I was singing the Madonna. You know, this actually isn't mine. This is somebody else's playlist, and I'm lying. This is, you know, it went to the radio. My playlist ended, and they were just doing like, so I don't know why this is on here. This is, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, right? It's super weird. Weird. Having the power to control one's fate. That's the definition of weird. All right. Crack that. I almost feel like at this point, I'm ready to say that. Leo, let's go. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is a really weird video, Jim. Catherine. Table schlapper. I don't know why I just turned German. Someone out there in Germany's like, it's about time you turn German. It's been the way the whole time. We just got bad rap. We got bad rap in the 40s. I'm sorry. I don't know. What am I doing? I have to go live when I go live. You get what you get here at Galactic Tarot. Oh, no. This is unprofessional. Oh, I didn't know. No idea. One more. Now, actually, my team is laughing at me. That's great. That's how you know. See? Yeah. I'm here to entertain them, not you. I do it for God. Okay. Let's just ride the wave. Oh. Oh, good stuff. All righty. All right. How cool. So in this current state of love and light, Leo, there's something that the old you was waiting to balance. There is something that was karmic, something that you have been healing. And you see that it has been healed, but the thing that we were waiting to heal, it's not as lustrous as we thought it would be. It's almost like it comes with an offering. There was something that we were manifesting. And when this thing is proposed where, okay, this is how long it took for this boomerang to come back. So it's like we got this boomerang a while ago, maybe yesterday, maybe a year ago, maybe lifetimes ago. And we got this boomerang and we put something in it. And we said, okay, this is going to come back one day with this thing that I want. I really want this. I need it. I need it. You don't need it. Okay, but we said this. All right, and then we threw it out. And it took time for the boomerang to come back. It took time. Sometimes the boomerang comes back and we're not in a high enough mental state in that present moment to receive the boomerang. That's why I love the way that Esther Hicks described it. I guess she's channeling Abraham or whatnot. But this whole like looking at the sixth chakra as a building and to be on top of the building to access the seventh chakra and to be in this embodiment of the seventh chakra, to throw out the boomerang from there and then be there when the boomerang comes back. Because otherwise, if somebody's, even if they're in the heart, this epic state, the boomerang might come back to this spiritually evolved place that we were supposed to be in to receive and catch the boomerang. But if we're here, there's windows, there's walls. The boomerang might bounce off the wall or it might be missed. It might go right over our head. So I love that depiction of this. This is different. This is, we've been sitting on the roof for so long that we have a tan, Leo. And with said tan, something comes back and we're like, the boomerang's like, it's almost like the boomerang's like, just like kind of like tapping on us. And we're like, oh, I said I wanted that. I said I wanted that. I said I wanted that. You're naughty. You're naughty. And that was the moment that Alexander realized he should switch to water. All right. Okay. So that just lost like 10 people. This is like, I'm having fun today. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. People are going to share that video and be like, look at it. He's totally lost it now. He found it. Found it, my family. And I freaking love you. Okay. So the devil card. The devil card is a soulmate. It's a soul family member. And this is in the cosmic position because this person came here to represent something. They came here to heal something for us. So the person that we've been wanting, or people that we've been wanting to shift this thing with, that we've been wanting to heal this thing with, now that it's healed, things are different. Things are different than we expected them to be, and that's beautiful in its own way. We need to trust the process of how things are and to just know that that old version of us that wanted this is gone. That's why the death card is here. Being alone, the hermit card, getting an offering from an old version, a dead version. This card is representing that we reach some level of what? I guess The opposite of codependent. What would the opposite of codependency be? We need like an opposite thesaurus, because I can't just remove co from it, because that still just says dependency. You're now sovereign. I'll use the word sovereign. You're now sovereign, and codependency is not affecting you like it was when you thought you needed this person, when you thought that this person, place, or thing had something to teach you. So now you can start anew as that angelic, as that sovereign being, knowing that this is done. That has been completed, and that's been completed by being in the state of love, being in the state of light, and oh my God, you're even being viewed as the immovable object of love. I love this. I think this is epic. Coolio, they got you, man. Got you. But it will not be in vain, Coolio. It will not be in vain. We will allow them to punish themselves, Coolio. We don't even need to punish them. They will punish themselves. Okay, Virgo. They got him. They got him. They got him. Avicii, they got him. They got him. Oh, 5622. There's a 22 again. The last one was... Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? So much wisdom in that line. Virgo, it's your own reading, Virgo. I haven't seen only 33 people in the chat in a long time. He's really ruffling some feathers with joy today, huh? Oh, those cards really want to stay together, huh? Look at that, Laura. You call that? What do we call that? What do we call that, Laura? We call that synchronicity. That's what we call that. She says 3 is the magic number, and then we get the 3 dancing goddesses. Ooh, was this Aries? That Hierophant keeps being down on their side. Okay. Good. Oh, I was already going to say it. There's some rollover from Leo. Virgo, we're working on something together. Okay, new beginning. New beginning. Can I put more? Can I put more? Yeah. Okay. It's not like a sword like this. I usually don't like to end a reading on a sword, but this is representing a person, so it's okay. And this person is you, so it is okay. And we're shifting that right now by speaking about it. So we see the celebration. We see the celebration. Something has shifted with the fallen ones, because I won't even say the powers that were anymore. We're just removing the word power from that whole thing. Okay. Something has shifted with the fallen ones. Making a choice, making a spiritual choice. You're making a spiritual choice. This has been made during dream time. This has been made during lucidity. This is something that you're seeing in your dreams. Spirit wants you to pay attention to your dreams in the physical, Virgo. Write them down. Look them up. Go on dreammoods.com, look them up in your dream book. Research what your dreams are telling you, because something is done and something is here. And the energy that's here is from some sort of previous hurt that came from this soulmate, this distorted soulmate that we need to be in appreciation for. This is the third time this has come up out of just 6 readings. So out of 6 readings, 3 times this thing is coming up where somebody is representing some beacon or bastion of healing and transmutation. And this person is being looked at in a distorted way. This card was here in one of those readings. This card was here in one of the readings. And this card was just here in Leo. So there's a different decision. We need to change our mindset, especially with this card here. It's like crying over spilled milk. We need to change our mindset with something that's going on here. With great power comes great responsibility. When you have these powers, okay, when you have the powers to be as loving as you are, and how powerful you are, Virgo, you're being asked to use those powers responsibly, able to respond. That's what your spirit team wants you to know. That's what you want to know. That's what you've been hoping to know, is all of this is serving a purpose. What is the purpose of this? Okay, for starters, if I feel like with this line of cards and even asking that question, we're looking at something very spiritual and beautiful and flowing grace a little too analytically. So what is it, Virgo, that you're looking at with too much rigidity? And it's like I keep bringing up this pole. One side of the pole is very, very rigid, very, very structured. And then the other side of the pole is like airy-fairy, like, and that drives a lot of people crazy, especially Virgos, okay? There's somewhere in between. But it seems like you're a little bit, there's something during the month of April that you can find where you're a little too close in the belief structure of people that are in the vibration of love, okay? It might be a little too rigid, okay? Can you find it? Can you find the rigidity? All right. Moving on. The Wilderness Michael says, masculine destroyer. Okay, and that's... Look at this. Look at that. These 2 men squaring off, okay? I keep getting this. I keep getting this in people's personal readings. It's coming up in daily readings. Fighting. There's a fight going on within the self. Analytical, very, very serious and physical, and this new feminine masculine. The masculine builder and the masculine, it's not even a destroyer. We'll call him the transmutator. But some of the things that are being transmutated shouldn't be transmutated. That's the way I'll say this. So there's a new beginning. And with that new beginning, some sort of fight that's been going on within the self that you don't want to be happening. It's done. You have the option for it to be done. Pay attention to your dreams to find the answer on how for this to be complete. Be grateful for this person. This doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a lover. This could be somebody who is a galactic sister, a galactic brother. This could be a boss from work. There's somebody that we decided we wanted to work with again in this lifetime. And last time it was really messed up. And this time it's messed up, but with a cause and an effect. And the effect was your ascension process, your awakening. So be grateful for this person, as triggering as that might be to hear. That's the new beginning, is to be grateful for somebody that crossed us, to be grateful for somebody that you're looking at as, why did I have to deal with this person? You wanted to deal with this person. You asked to deal with this person. You had conversations before you came here with this person to make sure that you played your role and they played your role. And they played a role as an actor in the play of your life. Just like a white-winged dove. Okay, Virgo. You're done. That was nice. Now we move on to Libra. Libra. Are we balancing those scales, Libra? 104.33. Like it. We're already over an hour. Is that normal? Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, 6. Takes about 2 hours. Okay. All right, Libra. How are we doing today? You never really know which way those scales are tipping. A million pounds of feathers is still a million pounds, Libra, just so you know. Okay? All right. Someone's gonna be like breaking that down in like 6 hours from now. Like, a million pounds of feathers. Is he talking about the weight of being an angelic? Oh, Libra. April 1st, 2023. Quantum reading for everybody born under the zodiac sign of Libra. What does benevolent spirit want you to know? To be okay. Libra. I don't want to do this reading. Oh wait, no. This is good. Well, what is this? Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, no, I don't want to do this reading. Who's this version, Libra? Libra, who is this? Yeah, this is you. Who is this other version? Okay. I got it. Okay. This is the equivalent of an old archetypal frequency that was there to protect us from a bully in school. There's a version of you that is still present, that shows their face, which is in a state of fear during this month. That's in a state of sadness. That this version really needs to be told is you're safe, you're loved. But this version is in a state of fear. And when this version is in a state of fear, they act like an a-hole. And you are that person sometimes, but you're not that person. This is an archetypal functionality that was there because we needed it to be there then, but maybe this version is not necessary now in this land of heaven on earth. Okay. All right, Libra. So something is coming to the surface. Is this the third time the Ace of Wands was in this position? Are we just having a lot of aces in the cosmic? Yeah, Catherine, with the rest of them, they're fine. I'll shake it right off your field. She'll be like, yeah, let me go, Alexander. I always knew he was dark. See that? He's grabbing other dimensional versions and shaking their head. Or shaking their body by the head. It's different. You wouldn't know the difference. And Catherine told me I could do it. All right? I wasn't talking to you. All right? I'm so sick of that. See, she's laughing. She's having a good time. All right. So this is a source of strength. Then you're looking at it at the end of the month. You're still looking at this. No, I need that. That's this. That's that. I promise you, if somebody truly could sit with that epic essence to get that essence of that version that's being perceived as dark, that is not darkness. It is love. It is love. Okay. This is one of these new hybridizations of the dragons. I was talking about this. This is like this, like black crimson. Like this is some sort of embodiment that's coming in from the healing of something that is almost like Nyx related. It's chaos related, but it's mama. Like it's mama. It's this form of mama. And I know I'm really losing some people here. That's fine. But I can tell you, Libra, that what this is very, very powerful. It's very, very loving. And just, I don't think anybody in your reality knows how to sit with something this primal, this carnal, this ancient of what this aspect is. Truly. If somebody was allowed or could find the cave, it's like when this aspect is acting a fool, they're like, no, don't hug me, don't do that. But like, really, they're like, hug me. It's this, I'm watching this from the outside looking in. So it's talking about it. I haven't walked a mile in those dragon scales, but this is a mother frequency. This is a necessary cogwheel in the function of reality. And it's being perceived as something that is dark. When this, knowing what this energy truly needs and finding the people that can truly reflect that energy, reflect that light is being perceived as a darkness. But if somebody could truly sit with it and just kind of like smile and go, what are you doing right now? And you could feel that, and you'd go, oh, that version would go boom out of this cave after being in that cave for like 30,000 years, maybe longer. Okay. Libra did not really get a reading. You got a reading, but you didn't get a reading. If you do not know what I'm talking about, here's what I will tell you. Pay attention to the way that you're acting. And there's going to be a version that comes in the body that you don't want to be. It's not that it would even cause karma. It would just cause, you'll see that the way that you acted, you didn't want to act that way. You'll see this version at some point because you're moving forward love. The card at the beginning and the cloud cover are both being this immovable object of love. But with this immovable object of love, something happens by mid-month or happens on or around mid-month that you act suspiciously. Okay? So act lovingly. And know that if you act suspiciously, maybe this aspect really just needs love, wants love, doesn't need love. But if this aspect could be seen with love, that aspect would have what it's been pushing away while I'm doing the best I can here, Libra. These eyes. I'm going to give Libra a big heart. Libra, you got a heart today. Aries has a star. Heart, stars, and rainbows. Clovers and blue moons. Now he's just singing the Lucky Charms commercial. Well, they are always after me, Lucky Charms. Why do they always laugh when I say that? If anybody saw how fast I come up with these movie lines for these tarot cards, it's kind of weird. Yes. Libra. So many hugs. So much love. I just even talking about that, I could feel this like this isn't real, Libra. Let me put these cards down because I want to clear them even more now. This that you're feeling up here, that's not real. Okay? That's your thoughts creating an energy in your body. So if you're feeling that in your traps, or if you remember like, oh my God, I did have that, look at how much better the thought process is now. And if you're having that feeling of something here, pay attention to your current present moment thought process and base resonance now, and know that whatever that is, something's pulling. That doesn't have to be. And now we're going to clear the deck, and we're going to do who's next? Who are you? Scorpio. 115.50. Katie, you still here? Only I can call her Katie. You have to call her Kate, just so you know. Okay. Right half of it. Katie's. Now that's a sword I won't end a reading on. There we go. Oh my God, it's complete. It's done. For many of you, Scorpio, you're being told that something is done. Look at this trifecta of aces in a triangle. More like a do-angle. Okay. Hoping for this new beginning. All right, hoping for the new beginning in this situation that you're currently in, and whatever's going on with fighting with family or people at work. You're like a big shift is needed, but not making the shift until you know where you're going to go, what you're going to do. If this is talking about a move of place of residence, moving from one apartment from another, moving out of the house and moving into an apartment, a condo, moving across the country, your soul is telling me to tell you to just like get on with it already. If this is talking about a move of one job to another, Alexander's not telling you to quit your job. If you've been having these thoughts, if you've been having these feelings of, is this done? And you're seeing that the people in your reality are kind of just on this like treadmill. That's not a treadmill, it's a hamster wheel. And they don't realize they're in a hamster wheel. Like, you've proven to yourself that your existence in their reality is enabling them more than it's assisting them to make the appropriate shift of why you're staying, why you're there. You're there for this reason, and guess what? I love you, but it's not working. It's not working, and now it's got you standing still while you have all the elements on the table. This is completed. This is done. You're needing your alone time. Your energy releases, and your energy really blossoms when you go on this journey. When you go on this journey alone or you go on this journey. I'm not saying you have to leave your lover or whoever you're with or whatever's going on. And I'm not even telling you have to do this. I'm letting you know what Spirit's want you. This new beginning, hoping or fearing this new beginning. These three aces, you're at a very powerful crux here. And this whole, like, this person, this is the old way. This old way is like this, and magic's down on its side. Magic's down on its side because the masculine high priestess, the one that sees beyond the veil, what you feel with your eagle eye, because you're not a scorpion, Scorpio, you're an eagle, okay, wants to switch the flagpole to a different job, to a different place. If this is love related and you're in a relationship and you're thinking of leaving a relationship, please just hit pause on the video and go sit somewhere on a stream and meditate. I don't think it is that for many, but I am seeing that it is for a certain percentage. Is that triggering to hear that? So be it. I have to say it. Okay. Who else is going to tell you this? All right. We reap what we sow. And you being inside this hamster wheel with these people is not assisting them. Okay. You want to get out of the wheel and show them that they do not need to be in the wheel, and have them ask you when they can see your energy is gone. Now your energy is missed. And when your energy is missed, this is the catalyst for the change. If your energy stays around these people, places, and things, then the shift and the thing that you've been waiting for, you're actually slowing it down by existing in that reality. As She's Gone is playing. She's gone. Oh, why? Three aces. Shake the room, Bo. Yeah. We don't have time to be wasting time any longer there, Scorpio, and you know this. Sagittarius. 122.22. It's very few, Catherine. Catherine says definitely resonates with a Scorpio. I know. Definitely resonates with a Scorpio. I know, but with a career, not lover. It's going to be mostly home living situation, living with certain people, and job set. The love is a very small percentage. It's a very small percentage. Sometimes stuff, I was just explaining this to a sister yesterday. Sometimes stuff wants to come up in a certain dynamic. Like say there's something that we're supposed to figure out at home, but we currently live alone and our house has become a temple. The house is a temple. We live alone. It's like, oh no, we meditate here. We don't do that. We unplug the Wi-Fi at night. It's like, oh yeah, we're on it. We got all the checks and all the boxes. So now home life has to become work life. And at work, what would be happening at home if we didn't, because there was a branch, there was a fork. There was these two realities. And in one of the realities, maybe we would be with a significant other, we'd be with a lover, and this person would be the reflector that is bringing up this situation for us in that present moment. But because that person's not there to be dad or brother or this thing or that thing, now that person has to show up at work. So something weird that's happening in the office or something weird that's happening at work is actually once again, somebody awesome, somebody epic, some sort of soul family member or some sort of archetypal frequency that is reflecting something that we could have and would have received at home, but we're not receiving it at home because of how home life is. And this is the same thing. That if somebody is in a certain living situation and in a certain job situation, this could be coming up as a person. Okay. But that is a very much smaller, it's almost just like, here's the people, like I'll do it like this. In between my thumbs, that's like the few people that this is going to come up as a loving situation. This is mostly career and where we live. Easy. Don't forget to tip your waiter on the way out. popper. Moving forward with love, Sag. I would move forward with love if I was receiving love. I turn to her and say, don't mess around, I'm a guy and she's no more. Remember when I used to wear sunglasses? So sweet.
I gotta hide my eyes. There's so much sadness and anger in them.
Oh, another popper. Come on, Sag, what do we got? Completion. Ooh. Sag. I like it. Oh, I'm so happy to give you all this message. Ooh. We don't end the call readings. Oh no. What the heck with the swords? There we go. Oh my God. It was massive. The ace under the hoo-ha ditty with the ding-dong dabber. It's the medical term for it. Oh my God. All right. He's got it. Wow. Completion. Whatever this money thing is, it's done. It could be an energy thing for a certain percentage of you, but it's mainly a money thing. It's a money blockage of something that was taking place, that was being created from somewhere else, from another lifetime, from another present moment, and that is done. But when the belief structure is still, why is this like this? You could be keeping that plant alive. There is a plant that is essentially, it could be dead in any single present moment. This plant could be ashes in any present moment, but you're watering the plant with your thoughts. You're watering the plant with your energy, and this is completed. This is done. There is something where there is some sort of because this isn't even representing the devil. This isn't representing a person. It's very rare this card comes up in this way. This card is literally just here to represent like this. Like I can take this off at any given moment. This is not stuck on my neck. And that's what this is happening here. This is not a shackle. This chain can be taken off whenever. And these chains of the money's down on its side. I'm done. I'm done with the current financial situation. I'm done with the way that this is. How do we truly become done is through our multidimensionality. There's mama, okay? The way that this was and the way that this was like, I feel like I've been betrayed, or what is this chaos, or what is taking place here? It was real. It was real. These things that were coming up with friends, these blockages that were coming up, these business partners, or whatever it was that would seem to be coming to a certain place, and then it would fall apart, or would seem to manifest to a certain place, and then all of a sudden somebody would step out, is because you weren't in all the way. And you weren't in all the way because of what was being repeated from a past lifetime. And look at this here again. This has been here. I think it's been here before. We're getting a lot of aces today in very significant places. And so this wand of magic is all over this whole thing. So Sagittarius, you have the magic wand. If there's something that you need to learn, because this is a hope and fear, if there's something that you want to learn, that's better. Like, oh, see, I got the diploma on the wall. I got this. I did this course. I did this teaching with this person. Oh, I took this thing. I took this mastery course. If there's something that you want to see that gives you a little bit more confidence and or self-worth with whatever this thing is, or this money blockage, then do that. I'm sure there's free content out there and videos and things that will resonate, that can be embodied. Okay. There's friends that you can work with, but this is more finding somebody that is not a like attract like. This is finding somebody that you look up to and learning from that degree of thinking, learning from that ancient master, reading a book or doing this thing, or like I said, taking a mastery course, because the old is done. And for you to truly step into this new, having all the elements on the table, fighting with yourself, and get off your cell phone too, Sag. This is representing you distracting yourself and like kind of like scrolling, sitting still with this love and light, crying over spilled milk, sitting still, crying over spilled milk. Why? You have all the magic to be able to do it. You're thinking you're stuck when you're not. And there are many places where you're free and you're thriving and you're just kicking butt and taking names. And I'm not saying, like, some of you that are hearing this, you're like, well, financials are good, Alexander. I hear you. They can be somewhere else. This new thing can begin. And then some of you, they're not good. They're not good enough. And there's a belief structure from where you were and you're not there anymore. And for you to internalize that and realize that sooner and meditate upon that now, that's how you make this decision. People are seeing you make this decision to stay with the old way of being or move into the new. Alexander says, move into the new. Experience and love preferred, but we'll accept a young trainee. Gonna put it in the morning. My brain, Cap 132.05. I love that, Mr. Mama. I just did my QHHT. How perfect. How perfect. Another Sag. So many Sages, Jen. So many Sages. Drums, please. Lipstick on his collar, perfume on him too. Tells me he's been lying. Same thing? Or is this a person? Let's find out. Let's go there live. Let's go there live to see why we're crying over spilled milk. All right. The moon. Moving forward, love. Strength. Okay. It's somebody else. It's somebody else. Okay, good. All right, somebody else. All right, we're moving forward with love, strength, the strength. Okay, I got it. Capricorn, when your strength is perceived as a weakness, you don't then need to react to somebody not being able to see you. When you see yourself and when you know what you're doing is just and what you're doing is the state of being a mental alchemist and how you can control your reality by using the higher forcer against the lower forcer and triumphing by way of knowing how to use the spiritual sciences, by knowing how to use the only magic that is the real magic, which is the heart of the house, the magic of love, the love magic, which is in the center of the heart. Okay. You know this to be so that whoever this person is in your reality, you're allowing them to have an effect on you during the month of April. But now we're having this conversation, so you do not really need to allow them to as much or at all, because your brother Alexander is going forward to May 1st, basically right now, and giving you the cliff notes, giving you the cheat sheet on what's going on during this month that you're just beginning just a few hours ago. So to see this person and find this person and look at this person as somebody, once again, we can be grateful for. They're showing you that you can be the immovable object of love. They're showing you that just because they are casting adjectives, just because they are labeling and calling you something or doing something in a certain way, doesn't mean you need to step into that modality. That is perfect for the card reading of the day, and something that I already saw come up for myself today. I was like, what could be more foolish for me than to get into an argument with a fool on Fool's Day, on this day of this new beginning? So, to go back through that belief structure of this word philosophy, I'm going to have to put up a short, I'm going to put up a short on this later. I want to break down the word philosophy just so other people can see it, because this is 2 hours of content. Everybody might not make it through. But to be Sophia, to be in the state of, just because somebody else's philosophy is different than yours, we don't need to make it affect ours. What if what they're saying, even though it's distorted as all heck and it isn't accurate, if it's accurate for them, then it's accurate. Okay? And that's truly to be able to get together and all of us to be able to have a conversation about a topic that we are, embodying or wanting to embody, or that we believe the majority should embody this belief structure. For you, Capricorn, crying over spilled milk, or looking at this as something was lost, or looking at it as, oh, I was in this high, I was in this good vibration, I was in this happy state, and then this person did that. No, broken. You were not doing that anymore. We can't blame this person on doing this thing. And we also can't be at the same time like almost like passive aggressive and talking about them and thinking about them as if they're not there still, because that can be almost silently narcissistic in its own way. And by the way that I can give that example would be like, oh, I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you. Like, don't do that either, Capricorn, because I'm seeing a certain percentage of you that comes up in that way. There's a way we can just be. And we just be. And I know that you know this. I know you know this. I'm not saying this in this demeaning way. This is part of your multidimensionality. This is part of how this energy comes through. This is part of how this marriage comes through. And you prove to yourself that this new body, mind, spirit, the way that things have been affecting you, and you're looking back at them later in the day, there's a way that you can transmute this. Whether this made you angry, whether this made you sad, whatever it is, there's a way that we can get that pole. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. And if you didn't see that video, you should definitely watch it. We don't get sadness and pile happiness on top of it. Okay? We do not get sadness and go, how do I defeat the fear? I defeat the fear by putting courage on top of it. No, this worked in the old reality. In the new reality, we have to go, I'm here. Sadness is here. Boom. I bring the happiness to myself. And yes, that's ancient Hermetic science that I just spoke of. It's more easily and readily available here. Okay? So what's going on with the moon? Something's clearing, something's shifting, something should be manifested. Pay attention to the full moon, new moon for you is very important, Capricorn. And manifest whatever it is, these shifts. This doesn't have to be difficult. And once again, it's coming up in the same way for you. You're seeing these things. You can be prepared for what's taking place in your dream time. Pay attention to your dreams. Watch your dreams, observe your dreams, and write them down and see what they mean, because you're a high angelic and people are, they're looking up to you more than you realize. So, what are they learning from you? What are they learning from you now? If you bury it also, Bo, if you bury it and you put pressure on top of it, do you turn that piece of coal into a diamond? That's what I've been sitting with. If we're moving into our crystalline body, if we're moving into this crystalline essence, obviously, especially with that, what you just sent me, this guy making gemstones in his body. If we're moving into this crystalline essence, like many of us know that we are and already have, what is the crystalline form of sadness or rage or any of this stuff? We're in a different reality, so we don't know what the long-term effects of being in these lower vibrational energies and ways of thinking is. But we'll learn by observing the others outside of us that haven't done that work and are still reflecting it towards us and giving us the opportunity to do it still. Okay. Aquarius. 141.38. Yeah, that is quite disturbing, Verona. All right, Aquarius, let's go. Aries, April 1st. Spirit's eyes are watching you. They see your every move. It's all you, watching you. Coffee or water. Probably do the water to cool it down here. Okay. Tough to say. Is this within the self? Why are you guys having me say this? All right. This has never come up in a reading before, and now it's happening twice in one day. This came up for Libra, and now it's happening for Aquarius. If you're hearing both of these, knowing the fact that we can watch our sun, our moon, our rising, and our Mars, and sun and rising are probably the two most important. Sun, obviously, number one. If you're hearing both of these readings, then there's some sort of friend. There's somebody that your spirit is wanting you to listen to their words. That there's something that's coming through from someone else's inner child, and there's something that has been taking place that it needs to be thought about. It needs to be sat with. There's a tough decision, And there's some version of the self that needed to exist before, that was there for a reason. Like I said, what if we're born with a certain version, and that version is to defend us from a bully in 10th grade? And then 10th grade comes and goes, college comes and goes, your first job out of college comes and goes, and 2 jobs later, you're still having this frequency there that was there because it needed to be there at a younger age, but it doesn't need to be there now. This was to protect your waters in an old reality. This was to protect you from being destroyed in some way, shape, or form, or transmuted into something else. So there was some version that didn't want to hear it, couldn't hear it. It wasn't possible because it wasn't supposed to be possible, because this was the necessary cogwheel that needed to be there then. But now this cogwheel seems to be affecting the inner workings of the clock, and it would be more beneficial to learn how to work on the clock and remove this to attain this new level of strength, to attain this new level of mastery, to allow the inner child to truly give this offering, to allow this version of the inner child to feel safe, that this old version is no longer here. This has been transmuted. This has been crossed over. This has been healed. And as I was saying with Libra, you might want to go back and hear the end of that. There is something very beautiful here that is not hate. It is not darkness. It's being perceived as darkness. It's being perceived as drama. It's perceived by so many as this is a problem. What's a problem is looking at this as if it is a problem. There's some sort of fear, or there's some sort of lack mentality that is allowing this frequency to stay here. That is why this frequency is still here. But like I said, if the appropriate person, the appropriate frequency could reflect what's needing to be reflected, what is the actual vibration of the embodiment of this aspect, feeling truly safe within the self, it would just go on its own. And this version that you've been protecting and wanting to stay, as if like, oh, well, I need that for when this happens here, whether or not you know you're even doing that, this could be completely subconscious. But I can tell you that, listen to what your friends are saying, and if you're acting odd, if you're acting suspiciously, pay attention to your belief structure in that present moment during the month of April, and that's probably not the most accurate belief structure to have in that present moment. I know I say sometimes, Michael, I'm being as loving as I can when I deliver this message, to not trigger that aspect into just clicking out of here and taking off. When I share this stuff, it's very triggering for that aspect, and sometimes that aspect doesn't want to go. Our body, our field is the petri dish for its life. So something within the body, something connected to the body, sometimes the host is not wanting to be known that something is there, because it knows, this version of the self knows, oh, well, my days are done once this person knows that I'm here. And the true knowing that this is here is a necessary cogwheel in the function of reality. Like I was saying, it's actually love. It's looking at like a distortion. It's looking at like drama. It's looking at like almost like tantalizing and using attraction as a weapon for some as well, which is difference from Libra. It's different. It's different, but yeah. Tyrone. Oh, right there. Oh, one more. We're gonna do Pisces now. $149.29. Oh, Pisces, I can only imagine. I can only imagine what them shoes is like right now, with all that Saturn and Pisces going on. It's kind of like a little mini Saturn return, which is probably depending on where your sign is and what's going on and where your other alignments are. This little Saturn return just kind of dumped itself on your lap. I can tell you this: great power comes from the embodiment of why this is happening. As within, as without. So as these astrological bodies, as these celestial bodies, these are massive, gigantic bodies that you're being asked to step into. Before I even drop a card, Pisces, I see you. I freaking love you. I see what's going on, and I also know that nobody truly knows what's going on except for you. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. It's some magic, though. Now let's see what the cards have to say about it. Or just you in general. Release that. Okay. That's what was going on. This clear slate for this present moment. Benevolent forces of this multidimensional reality. What is the message that would be most beneficial to hear for everybody born under the Zodiac sign of Pisces for April 1st? Oh, God. Beginning. You got an energetic new beginning on April Fool's Day. You get the card of the Fool, so that's got to mean something. And like I was just saying, nobody knows how hard this work is to do. It's still coming up. Okay. All right. Others are seeing you as you're running something from the old reality. You're running something from the old reality. The moon shifts this. Great stuff. Okay. Good stuff. Yes. Okay. Good stuff, Pisces. Yeah. Something's coming in this month that is to help with what's been going on, to assist with what's going on and has been going on, what's going on in the mental as you balance the masculine and the feminine, allowing this light to come in that's already here, allowing this energy to come in, and we stand this up because this new beginning has happened energetically, but there's still a little bit of physical standing in an old reality, being seen that you're in an old reality, running frequencies that worked before, so we're running them now, or you might be running them now because they worked before, but they might not work in this new reality. So it's like learning how to walk again, to fly, learning how to embody the new energy instead of going to what worked before, because what worked before, you will see, or you have seen recently, that it doesn't work here. What worked before doesn't work here. Okay, and that's what your team wants you to know. That's what you were hoping to find out. You were hoping to find the answer. That is the answer. The answer is something that worked before is not the way to celebrate now, to party now, to be happy now. I hate the celebrate word. The moon, the strength, and the I almost said it again. Moving forward with the truth, moving forward in balance to the truth. The truth is the embodiment of all the bodies. The energy is at the bottom of the deck. So this is, could this be? That's funny. The second time I picked this up and moved it, and the card underneath it was this both times. This 10 of Pentacles. But to have this over this, it's like I said, the light is here. You need to realize the light is here. The energy is here. It's right here. It's right here. This Ace of Pentacles, so many aces and so many influential spots here, my family. Moving forward with this embodied. So to embody this new thing, something old is taking the space of where this goes. Sometimes we got to get a book from the bookshelf and look at that book and be like, I don't agree with this book anymore. I don't see myself ever reading this book again. Let me donate it to the library. Let me burn it. Let me get rid of it. Let me sell this book, okay? Because there's a new book that needs that spot on a full bookshelf. That's the way I'll explain this. That feels like the most flow and grace right now. So, truth will always prevail. Good stuff. I'm glad to see whatever it was that was going on and however this was reflecting and coming through the rest of the lens. It seems like it's done, or it begins to be done this month. Or there's an easier opportunity for it to be done, Pisces, when we realize that this what is being run, this frequency that we're running is a distortion that we probably learned from somebody else. We probably learned from our coach or our ballet instructor or a teacher or a grandparent or a parent or an ex-lover. Is something we learned that we're like, they taught me this. This works, but it doesn't work here. It worked where you were. Huh. Okay. Oh, God. Nice. Yes, exactly. Like as I was talking about earlier, if it's affecting one of the bodies, it's probably affecting multiple bodies. And as we embody all of the bodies simultaneously, some of the bodies are much bigger than the others. Some of the bodies are coming up as a more complex geometry. And the geometry could be perceived as a higher self. It could be perceived as something that is alien, something that is a version of the self from another star system. It could be being perceived as whatever it's being perceived by the self, archetypally. This is why I enjoy working with the archetypes, because I see that there's a day of the week, there's a sound, there's a color, there's a shape, there's an animus, there's an archetype, there's a masculine, there's a feminine, there's a light, there's a shadow, there's one of each, and they're all the same. And just because somebody might be here and then somebody's here and somebody's here, the philosophy is the same. The learning is the same. Whether or not you see a sacred geometry in 3 dimensions, or we build this sacred geometry, or there's I'm communicating with this angelic, this angle, that angel has a geometric pattern that is the grounds that when we perceive this in this mental realm, in this physical realm, because many people will say, well, what's the point of doing this? Am I imagining it? It doesn't matter if you are imagining it. If you're imagining it, the I image nation, I magi, I as the magi in this nation of the mind. When I create this, what does it do for me? What is the point of me doing this? The point of you doing this is the fact that it's going to access a bigger auric field that we're not going to be accessing unless if we do this level of work of communicating with that angel angle, that arc angle, having more wings, or that seraph, that seraphim, depending on what dimensional shape is connected to that assignment or address, if you will. So as we sit with these addresses, okay, and just knowing that you might see them in a different way than I see them, and I might see them in multiple ways that each and every other person, each has their own way, which is correct in its own essence. But to have arguments when we should be having our own philosophies and sharing our own philosophies, this is the way that we truly embody this. And I'm so pleased that I have a word to replace integrate. I'm going to go write this word down. And now I know when I say this, I can say embody mental. Okay. So I share this thing that I say it like it's simple. And some of you, it makes sense. And I would say the majority, it doesn't make sense. I promise you, there's a version of you that is very happy and very excited that I share this with you. and to build that shape and to learn how to build that shape and to picture that shape will improve speech. It will improve mental function. It will improve the ways that we feel shielded and protected and safe in that present moment. And some of these shapes are so advanced we can't draw them on a computer. When there are shapes that we have access to now that can be seen by many, seen by some, seen by a few, that I don't know if there ever will be a tangible explanation of what these actually look like. This is the journey of having the third eye turned on, having the cell structure turned on, having the clairsentience turned on, and just knowing that we can access these diamond lights, these things that exist above the seraphim realm, above the middle of the tree, so to speak, where it's said to, on the Seraph, this card that kept popping out, these energies that we're supposed to be here and in the middle, and these are these levels, and then this is supposed to be completely non-physical. There are physical effects to being able to work with these energies. I love you. Thank you all for being here. That's what I wanted to get across. And that's what I wanted to share with everybody, is this embodiment of knowing that the way that I move and I dance and I embody something here now, the way that I did it before, it might not work here. Like Spirit told me I needed to ground. For years, I walked around with a smile on my face and everybody was still watching the channel and working with the things, and it was great. But I was basically sitting on top of my field. I wasn't even in my field. I had my feet like almost like I'm like sitting on the edge of this, and like here's my body and my head. God, my angelic is really speaking through me right now. My whole left ear just went silent. I would have my feet dangling inside of the auric field, and I would sit on top of it. So the very top of my field, I wasn't even in my field. I would just dangle my feet in there because it hurt to be here. I didn't want to feel other people's pains. I didn't want to grab onto their stuff because I was moving into this state of unconditional love, which was very conditional, and wanting to get out of this. I disassociated. I disassociated by sitting on top of my field. And I was needed. Spirit said, we need your feet and we need your toes inside your toes. And I still see so many that this disassociation felt good. It felt good to sit on top of the field. It still does feel good. I can tell you it's very easy. It's much easier. It's definitely a way, but it's not the way. And our true way of being in the most, in most of our bodies, to be pulling is from the center of the center, the center of the center of the center of the center of the center, and to access that space and to sit with that space. That's how we truly activate certain magics and mental alchemies and advanced hermeticisms and laws and principles, and sit with some things that may seem like a paradox, but that paradox still has something to teach you. And in that untruth, there is truth. There's truth that can be perceived by sitting at this distorted way of looking at the reality. But does that mean that we stay in that distorted way of looking at reality? That's up to you. I love you all so much. I am going to see the patrons tomorrow. And I love being here with you all. I appreciate you all so much. Oh, I wanted to show you this. He never does the plugs. He's doing a plug today because I think there's only one day left of this. So these are anklets, okay? These are anklets, okay? So the new stuff is on steel. The new stuff is on steel. This new stuff's on a magnetic clasp. And this is on the site right now. This is the Ultimate Shield and the Master anklets, okay? That this goes on your foot. Okay, and anybody who's got these new pieces, all right, watch this. You grab thumb and middle finger, and slide the pointer finger by. You do not rip this up. Can I rip this open? Of course I can. But that's undue wear and tear on the internal parts. We slide this to open this, okay? And they're all made symmetrical so that all the magnets go the right way, so the things are facing, and we're doing things here, okay? We're doing things here. And the steel and all the pieces, they keep getting stronger. Thank you for being on this journey to get from this stretchy stuff, which is what's great and still is great, to getting to this. I thank you all so much for being here with me. So this is on sale. I think the sale ends at midnight. Either way, that's it. It's the ultimate shield and the master. So everything for the firewall, for shielding, and all the things that can be transmuted and basically turned, using the higher against the lower and turning something that is unworthy into worthiness, and then the up and out to activate the antenna. The antenna, the master, oldie but a goodie now, and the ultimate shield, a staple in crystal current technology. The stretchies are still available, my family. But with this new technology, which was a lot to get to this point, and I thank you for being on this journey with me and supporting me to this point, we've got fine jewelry in the future and now that will last for years to come. And thank you for being here. It's crystalcurrent.com. If you want to check that out, that's the super anklet necklace set. I don't even know what to call it. Power bands, my family. You watching Yu Yu Hakusho? Because that blew my mind. I see now why everybody was telling me, Alexander, you need to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh my goodness. I love you all so much. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Cheers. Maybe now I can sing. You can't feel pain. Maybe like after we're supposed to be. Here's a rich girl. That's not the best one to sing. What do we want? Spooky. Yeah, there's not really a good singing song coming on. But Return of the Mac is on. That's always a good one. I gotta go. I freaking love you guys. Cheers, my family. Yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.